The last lesson covered the workflow shapes, the outer scaffolding. This one is about what happens inside a single agent, the reasoning loop it runs to decide what to do next. 3 loops dominate the field in 2026, and knowing which to reach for is the difference between an agent that's reliable and one that's slow, expensive, or brittle. Start with the workhorse ReAct, which stands for reason plus act. The agent interleaves thought, action, observation, then thought again. It reasons about what to do, takes one action, a single tool call, observes the result, and then reasons again with that new information. And because it reacts to each observation, it handles dynamic situations gracefully. It does not need to know the steps in advance, it discovers them. That's why ReAct is the default shape behind most tool-using agents. When you can't enumerate the path, you let the model feel its way forward, one observation at a time. But there's a cost, and it's structural. One model call per step. A long task is many calls, which means latency and money, and it can wander or loop if your stop condition is loose. Now the second loop, plan and execute, which splits reasoning cleanly from doing. A planner model lays out all the steps up front. Then an executor runs them, often without ever calling the planner again. This is cheaper and more predictable. One expensive planning call, then mechanical execution, and it's easier to debug because the plan is right there, explicit, before anything runs. But its weakness is sharp. It's blind to surprises. If step 2 returns something the plan didn't anticipate, a pure plan execute agent just plows ahead anyway. So in practice, you add a replan step. When execution deviates from expectations, you go back to the planner. That's the hybrid. And it buys back some of ReAct's adaptivity. The third loop is reflection, and it adds self-correction. The agent makes an attempt, then a reflection step critiques its own output. I cited the wrong policy section, the reflection might say. Then it retries with that feedback folded in. It trades extra passes for quality, and it shines in one specific situation when first attempts often fail and the result can actually be checked. Code that has to pass tests. Structured extraction you can validate, math you can verify. Anywhere a wrong first try is likely and you have a way to catch it. So here's how to choose cleanly. Dynamic, can't enumerate the steps, ReAct. Known, stable, multi-step task, plan and execute because it's cheaper and predictable. Hard task where attempts are checkable, reflection, and real production agents often combine them. A common shape is a plan and execute outer loop with ReAct executors handling each individual step and a reflection pass right before committing anything irreversible. Start with the simplest loop the task needs and add machinery only when it earns its keep. And here's the rule: none of the 3 let you skip. Every one of them can run away. ReAct can loop forever. Reflection can keep re-reflecting on its own reflection. So you always cap the number of steps and you always have a fallback, return the best answer so far, or escalate to a human. An agent without a step budget isn't a clever design. It's a runaway cost incident waiting to happen. So 3 loops, 1 discipline, match the loop to the task, combine them when it helps, and never ever let one run unbounded.